Are we not so excited that it's Monday, August 4th? I'm like so excited. I'm having like, I don't know, like the best days of my life. I'm like, I guess I should open this message up just being like tonight I'm going to be getting to connect with the spirit, with like my spirituality based like team ski and family. We're gonna meet and have our wonderful, just like channel the word. Then afterwards I get to have a date night in a small Texas town that holds much of my family. Like I feel completely reborn. Like completely reborn. Like I spent today just doing like the bottom half of my, like I've had time. It's like all of those long-term parts of me that were about like integrating my shadow like really show now, because it's like, you know, yeah, like I've been like stretching it out. Like I let myself have a great weekend. I was like, fuck it, like we don't even care about, like it's not all about just getting to the work with me. Like I'm so relaxed right now. I just kind of came on, I don't even know. Anyways, I wanted to get a message because I wanted to see what spirit was going to channel for me today. Dennis is in the shower. He was just doing some yard work while I was doing my hair, and yeah, so let's just see what we've got going on. Is the I don't know, y'all, I just feel like fucking me. Yeah, I feel fucking amazing. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles is something that you could only achieve by doing. It's like right now, the feeling I'm having is definitely a derivative of a lot of choices, you know, committed choices every time. So, you know, it's kind of like the no pain, no gain, you know what I mean? And I think the people that are being blessed today on August 4th, 2025 are those who are well acquainted with the journey of knowing that, you know, it's the kind of like cry now, praise God later type of frequency, like dealing with everything that I was dealing with when I was dealing with it. Right, there was such a initiation, right? Like doing all this physical work with myself to make myself physically abundant and prepared for union life was motivated by like this understanding of my spiritual truth, like this understanding that like there's a version of me that could exist that is upright in its faith and is really wanting me to just do the work to like initiate, create whatever needs to be created or destroyed, right? With that fire Knight of Wands energy, create or destroy whatever I need in terms of initiating so that I can be in my spiritual truth. So I'm just like really happy because I feel like I'm just documenting, like instead of coming here and just like freaking you out one day and be like, boom, shakalaka, like fucking spiritual rebirth. It's more like the phases and the steps of a spiritual rebirth, but just I've been, as I'm talking about my spiritual rebirth and the phases and the steps, instead of just like coming on and being like, one day I'm fucking new and the past is gone, I'm like showing you that transformation. I'm showing myself the transformation, honestly. So I'm really fucking happy right now. I feel like I am, like I know that the life that I really want is not like an objectively like wanted life, but I just feel like I'm at this point in my life where it's like, okay, late 20s, coolest thing that I could do for myself is like just talk about the dreams that were specific before I get to grown up, you know, talk about the dreams that I would have just wanted to live that don't really make sense for like anyone else, but just have to do with like what life I lived. And like to be fucking married to like a really amazing genius like psychic artist at this time in my life, while also like getting to spend every second of every day just like being believed in and supported by like my like actual family, like my like earth family too, like not even like crazy shit, like, you know, the people who birthed me, to be seeing like how much they support and how much they like really adore what we're doing and feel really connected to it is like so important for me to have before anything else. because I feel like that's all I would have like gone to college for as a teenager, or like done anything for, is just like that checkpoint being reached first, you know, for like my community, you know. It's so crazy. Like, I mean, I'm talking, we're shedding like a major skin, like a lot of skin being shed. That's why it's just like, this is the most genius thing I could do. You know, it's funny, I was like watching. Yeah, I feel like it's all extemporaneous. I feel like I'm crying about it. I feel like another thing I'm crying about is like my formula at this time is like, you know, being prophetic in my spirit really helps me with my business endeavors tenfold, obviously. Just because you can know like what will be needed in terms of a market of like people who can participate in your work or in your business, right? And so I just kind of wanted to also give myself some love, because like, I mean, I called this from a fucking mile away, you know, this era where it's like, you know, all that's really going to be marketable in the future is like genuine authenticity. So documentarians like myself are up because our work captures God's stories instead of like so much of the like man-made stories. It's like one of the things I was talking with my husband about last night. We were just like, you know, I have this like really big critique on the like directorial space, because I'm a director, so I have it, you know. But one thing that I felt like I saw the end of yesterday was this universe where, you know, many of us, when we connect with directors in life, per the old world paradigm, the idea or the concept is this like sort of fiction vibe, which I'm like morally against, morally, spiritually, ethically against. You know, I tell God's stories, and in order to tell God's story, because like humans make really bad stories. Like one of the things that I was like, yeah, like whatever. I'm not trying to like, you know, my shit's timeless. So I don't really want to drop names sometimes, just because like it's not gonna, it doesn't matter. But let's just say like, you know, I was experiencing yet another musician that I think, you know, is being severely limited by like what our options are in terms of like our visual like artisans in the world. So a lot of times when music is trying to get adapted, I like really fucking hate, like, let me just put this out there, I really fucking hate the approach that like a lot of directors, like visual directors, will give to like artists, which is like this idea of like, oh yeah, your song or your work, your music made me think of this story that I have inside of me. And I just hate it because it's like the definition of like non-source material, like actually. I feel like those films always just waste time, money, spirit, like everything. They're just such a waste, and they're really bad. Mainly because like I fucking hate stories that people come up with. Like, let me just be honest with you. I fucking hate when someone's like, yo, I've always wanted to do like this concept, or like I've always wanted to like do this, you know. And the part of autoethnography that I'm trying to pioneer and let you guys know is like, there is no other future outside of this, because God's gonna take over the storyline. And so like really in the future, like the only things we can do is like tell the real story. Like there will no longer be in film, starting now, because I fucking said so, because I'm here to be the person that destroys it. But there won't be in film like this recapture, this like, let's make it up, like let's film something cool, you know. You know, like more so like the manufacturing of an experience to capture on film. Like film is purely archive. To me, the camera lens is an extension of the Most High. Like it's a reminder for me in my work as a meditation that you are always witnessed. And so don't be a bum buster bitch thinking that nobody's looking at you, because the Most High, Supreme Consciousness, is always looking, in fact, right at you, type of frequency. So yeah. And so I was just thinking about that, and I was just thinking about why Tethered Studios is such a success. And I just wanted to put that forward because, like I said, I'm going to really be getting to come together with a group of believers tonight, which I'm really excited about, and just following my father, a spiritual practitioner that I really love and trust. And I just love what he does. His work is he's so genius. He's got such a brilliant vision, and I'm just really fucking excited about that. But yeah, I was just thinking about why I'm really happy to be who I am in the film space. because I've been in the film space. I'm going to continue to stay in the film space. But yeah, I just, man, I feel truly held by myself and by what's real at this time, you know, because I don't think it's, I mean, people are conscious, but many don't even realize, again, like I said, they're not on the new wave, you know what I mean? They don't have any idea, really, like what they're doing, like how many people, like you guys are going to start having spiritual discernment and like seeing people who are like dicing God out of it, like, and it's like affecting like people that I think are really connected to them, so their source, because like, you know, the current industry is like, okay, it's time to make a fucking film or adaptation or visual to this music, or it's time to, you know, or vice versa, whatever it is, right? So you just kind of go through the industry of like what the standard is. But I think in a lot of ways I'm really excited because Tethered Studios finally offers an alternative that's like really cutting to the point that I feel like your art should be about you. I feel like there is no like concept better than like the originator. Like if I'm hearing your bomb ass fucking music, I just think about you. I just think about how bomb ass you must really, really be. And I'm so excited that, you know, the media conglomerate that I pioneer is like super into artists, like not super into myself or my own imagination, but super into being like, shout out this guy for channeling God's word in that way, right? Like that's awesome. So I just love, I feel like right now I'm just like in a portal of just like, I love artists. I love being an artist. I love my life. I love being married to an artist. I love sharing that in a divine union. I feel very fucking fortunate. I feel really cool. Yeah, it's like a bunch of simple shit. It's not like, it's not any also yesterday, man, y'all kill me. Some of y'all, whatever. Yeah, so I'm feeling really excited. Let's look at the recent past. So, like I said, we're going back to the Mensai. I also feel like this King of Swords is killing an old version of themselves in order to, because this is something that's super valuable. Nine of Pentacles. This is independence, and so really like the old self would need to be killed in order to really connect in terms of value to the Nine of Pentacles. In the recent past though, Ten of Cups, Justice, the Devil, I just feel like again this King of Wands is getting so much karmic justice and so much awareness that like as to like the relationship between the Ten of Cups, the Devil, and Justice. Again, like the Ten of Cups is something that's ordained by God. It's not somewhere you can get on your own or without your divine counterpart. So definitely don't let the devil bait you out, King of Wands. But that could be the divine masculine on all of us that was causing our divine feminine so much turmoil. But at the end of the day, Ski, the divine masculine coming back in to with this rebirth, I just feel like there's a huge rebirth that this Nine of Pentacles was asked to just kind of go, like this feminine energy in all of us was kind of asked to just build its own independent thing. And it would be in God's timing that if and when this king was delivered to, you know, their spiritual truth, there would be evidence of the Ten of Swords, and it's kind of a huge deal. Like I feel like it's kind of a huge deal right now. I don't know, I'm just channeling, like whatever, but Judgment and the Tower, I mean, huge deal. This is someone, yeah, this is someone bringing a tower down because they have a new beginning. This is someone that is deadening completely deadening a masculine energy, the masculine energy in all of us, completely deadening a past version of themselves. 1414, it's like not needed anymore. Wow. Because I believe they know now that they want to bring the truth. This King of Swords wants to tell this Nine of Pentacles, who is sustaining their life on their own, it's like time to make you the queen. Holy shit, yeah. Ride frequencies, right? It's like big claiming frequency. Because it comes down to it where it's like the masculine, you can't play yourself, like that is your truth. That is the truth. You know? Got a gnarly skeeter bite on my hand, Ski. So it's time to bring that into royal frequencies. It's so beautiful. The whole energy right now is so beautiful. And it's like there's a message that comes in. There's this counterpart. It's like sending a message to the Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, having a message sent to the Queen of Swords, right? Receiving word. Because the Eight of Swords is still ongoing, right? It still hasn't, she hasn't been untied from all the narrative that's around. But there is a union that is here now, which will allow for these losses to be cut. It's huge, dude. This is like a lot. Like, I just do little check-ins because like these are fucking my moments. Like, it's August 4th, 2025. When I'm building something so massive, I really, 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 really am gonna need this much time with myself. Like, really just holding public record of like how I, you know, just a guy ski, you know, just how I did it all. Because it's really the star frequency. Yeah, it's crazy right now. It's like super crazy right now. Someone's judgment call is about to flip through. Five of Wands and the Magician. It's like someone created all this chaos. I feel like that's the energy. It's like this chaos was not random. And ultimately would be allowed and permitted because it does, in the end, assist you in letting go of what needs to be let go of. Like, I think that's kind of how I'm feeling because, you know, I was like looking back and I was really seeing things like the Year of the Snake. It was like I kind of have to see the reality of shit, you know? I'm seeing a lot of reality and shit, but I'm actually just like letting myself go to where I vibrate, you know? It's not about being right or wrong, but it's like, you know what? Like, for example, for me, like me and my dad, we're just on the same wavelength. It's like time for me to have a parent that doesn't drive me insane, like, you know, just like for existing. So if that's what that parent does for me, then like I'm gonna let myself have that because I've just been through so much, you know. And you know, if I need new definitions or if spirit like revealed things about, you know, siblings that I used to place in a reality that maybe like that's not real or appropriate, or there's still too much wounding there, like I'm grateful to have whatever it is. Yeah, because I'm not scared of this. I'm not scared of the heartbreak, you know, from collaborations. Because until I addressed the pain that was on my heart chakra, I was never going to be able to come into this type of contract. So I just feel like I'm really happy because I know I had the 10 of Cups and I know my karma was clean, but I still had like demon attachments. And I just feel like this King of Swords is coming to the Nine of Pentacles, which would be like my frequency, right? Where it's like, dude, you just needed to get independent and be on your own before I came in because I don't want this to be smothering or taking from you when you're here. And so it's like, I'm just like feeling so good. Like, I'm just feeling like, who would there be to blame? What is wrong? Nothing. Wow. Wow. Huge. Okay. It's like, you know, when someone was like, wants to like say like, you're my lover, but they like, they like do it like by like investing in you and taking you out the hood. It's like that type of frequency. Just as you got yourself out of the hood, because then it won't be like a Prince Charming came and saved me frequency. It's like you saved yourself and now you're just like aligning and vibrating at the same place. So that's really positive. But yeah, just more things that I'm experiencing in my life right now that are making me very happy. Hey baby. Doing a little short rain message. Cool. So, I feel like we have it all. I feel like for me, yeah, I'm just seeing things very clearly. I get it. Like, with my old skin and with like what needed to be shed, it's just like, it was a lot more people, places, and things that, I don't know, I probably wouldn't have thought. Because as y'all can tell, my heart chakra is not like you girls. Like, I really do just love shit. Like, I don't, you know, I'm not really put here to be going through the karma of like learning through certain frequencies. And so, you know, I don't ever think of myself as naive or gullible or dumb for any reason of like, or nor my husband, for the ways that we trust or the ways that we've like loved in the past, because to be honest with you, it's not really sweat off our skin. Like, even when things blow us back on our ball sacks, we're like, you know, it is what it is. We just kind of recover from it, because to be honest with you, we just like live such a proper life. And I also feel a big sense of like knowing who I am and knowing my own worth today. Like, it feels like this has never happened, but it's like today I know my worth for whatever the reason that is, God's plan. So I'm just reflecting, maybe that's what you need to hear, is like, just show some face, Alexis, let us know you're here. And I am, but it's like, maybe you just need to hear that, like, it was all worth it. The journal was for you, it was for me, right? Like, where I, like, just getting here, I just have nothing but gratitude. Like, this Knight of Pentacles is so me. It was like, anything that like is really like on your path to transform your life, like, wants you to be stable. Like, I don't, because when I met my husband, like, as destabilizing as things we can share aspects of it were, like, we were both really independent, which is the most important thing. Like, nobody owned us. Like, Dennis was providing for himself, living on his own. I was doing the same. And it was, you know the context we were still in, but it does help when you don't feel like you can't make your life happen, and then you need something, then something good comes in, but they play a role for you, which is like fixing your non-happiness. So there's that. Also just getting huge surprise vibes, like, right? It's like, surprise! I don't know. Just don't know. Surprise 3 of Pentacles. You know, and it's almost like, you know, before you can get to celebrating, you want to get stable on your own. Let's see what the King of Swords is saying. King of Swords is being brought to the awareness of how to navigate. You know, I've got a cup, but I've got to watch for them to keep themselves from being locked out. Because really, when you align to assistance or help or blessing that comes, it has got to be alignment, right? There's no more of that Age of Pisces illusion where it's like someone can just like do like hook you up with something, you know, or do you a solid. Like, that's not what we're doing anymore. You know, in 2025. And so, because we're not doing that any longer, it's like, yeah, we're not doing that any longer. It's not that this Ace of Cups was not for you. Like, I know that it felt like, oh, I'm not worth it, but that's kind of the problem, right? It's a self-worth issue to not think that things that are so obviously like built for you aren't for you. Like, this is about me working through the, like, I don't even need proof of it. Like, you would know. Like, when you're really back and healed in yourself, there wouldn't be a question of like who the King of Swords is for you, what's spiritually true for you, you know? So you stay in the cycle until you really initiate enough to like let go of the old. And once they see that your old skin has completely shut off, the moon brings you right in. Huge reveal. Knight of Cups, yeah. Huge acknowledgement of the psychic and intuitive downloads and hits, you know. Let's look at the recent past. Yeah, the recent past is just so clear. Yeah, just giving you, all I can say is like, when you're doing something this awesome with your life, it's like most of the time you're just like waiting for aspects of the journey to like conclude holistically. That's all I can say. Because it's not like I had more demons on my path than anyone. It's not like, you know, what like was happening to me and who had to get cut out and was really that interesting. It wasn't that crazy or shocking, you know. It was just time for it to happen. Because I definitely see now, you know, that it's me. And I'm in a really healthy place because my dad gets to, he's also in that place where like in terms of our family, like it was him who was really trying to do some shit for the family, you know, and I'm kind of the same way, you know, so we're kind of like really basking in it, this kind of like it's us energy, you know, we're on our concrete, boys, it's us type of frequency, which is just so refreshing for the mystics of the world, for the seers of the world, to be like, nah, it's not y'all, it's actually us. Because they've been overpraised, you know? The frauds. You'll just have to excuse me, I'm just getting us prepared because we're gonna have date night after service tonight. So I'm very excited about that. I can't even explain to you guys how excited I am. Oh my god, would you give me a little coffee in that mug that's in the bathroom? I would totally appreciate that. I just can't even tell you guys how excited I am. Like, as a seer, I'm so excited to have a seer that I could go to physically. Like, I'm kind of getting out of being connected to my dad right now. What I feel like people get out of me, that I kind of get out of me, but it's also like it's me. So sometimes when you're just like looking for something outside of yourself to reflect God's word or like message for the now. So it's just like cool to be going to a divination spot and just being like, what's the word? What's tea? I'm just like basking that, you know? So you know, like just like a good power hour of like fucking the word scheme. Like that's what I'm saying. Like a daily message. Damn, I love that shit. Like, what's the word today, dude? I'm sorry, baby. Y'all see me rolling up. So I just love like the daily word, like, and then be like, yo, like, yeah, it is a gift because usually we're like trying to channel as our best. Like we pick up messages and try to send it out, but at the same time, it's like, you know, even our healers got to go up somewhere for some healing. So I'm so grateful for that resource. Life is really, really, really good at this time. Thanks, Jonah. So, those are some off the top downloads. But yeah, like, I just kind of am at this place where I'm like, dude, like, the time it took or shit, like, it doesn't even matter, dude. Like, the thing about me is I'm gonna live a life, like, I'm not gonna bitch and complain too much. And I also know that about myself now, that, like, I really wasn't as bad of an, like, I know I was probably sounding like, damn, bitch, like, you know. But there was a point when I knew, like, what I was going through was just, like, a karmic contract. And, you know, I was just kind of needing to get through it in certain ways. And so God kind of providing me the provisions right now. Just amazing. I don't know. I'm just feeling really happy. Like, I'm just feeling like this isn't even about work done. Today's message to me is like, it's the judgment on behalf of Creator Prime Source. Like, it's God's call on like why you're being given this, how things come back together. It's like cool, you know? And I think that's like the best relationships that I've ever had in my life were assembled that way. Where it's like we just kind of waited on God's will to be done and like present the relationship, you know? So I'm truly excited and blessed. I don't know, sometimes I like to just show you guys how good the breaths were. Like I'm having such a different experience now than I was. And I also feel like it's important for me in this part of the archive to just be talking to myself about the minute changes that happen that like you get, like, I don't know if anybody gives a fuck about other than me, but I really care about how much, like, you know, my reputation is like, you know, I'm a fucking happy cat. Like, I'm not out here really I don't even really want to be running my mouth about how bad shit is often, you know. I do know that I was being called to like develop an advocacy that acknowledges like personal and collective rage, pain and anger and abuse. And I do that, but the best Alexis is the Alexis that's like not actively being abused by herself or anyone else. You know, that's like super important to me now in my walk. To just like be like, dude, I love happy me. I love supplied for me. I love the shifts in my mindset that were like, it's not too much what you're asking and how you live and what you believe in, and it's not even really that unrelatable type of thing. But it's like, yeah, here we are being really, really blessed. So I love you guys so much. Let me keep doing the reading a little bit. Let me see, let's clarify the judgment. What's the judgment call? You know, I think the star gets the judgment call at this time because there was such an aspect of like you being really worried about how much, like when people are unconscious, like that's what I just keep saying. It's like, this is happening to me now because like I really cared about protecting people's consciousness, like the things most people don't realize or carry in the now moment, like all the things they don't know about like life and the world and what's happening like in the moment that they're not in, like around the universe. And all I really try to do with this studio is like bring that simple awareness and protection to people spiritually, which is like, there's things you don't know, there's things I don't know, but yet there is a version of us that can be prepared and navigate and is all seeing, even when the natural man part of you is very tethered and sort of what we feel is like a finite predicament. So I'm feeling a lot of love for how the universe has evidence for me of how my creator feels about what I chose to do with this life. But I just felt it when I was like braiding out my hair. I was like, dude, Alexis Ray has been in the queue for a long time and she's just about ready to like really hatch. So I'm just basking in it. Like for once you can tell, like obviously I could rush the shit, but I'm taking my time because it's about time that I just get to play a little bit, you know, just play in my own independence before anything else. You know, I always really wanted to get here in my life where it's like I feel good about what I'm doing. I feel really satisfied with what my life even is just like right now, you know, and that's really cool because like I said, I finally feel like I just was offered a safe haven to separate myself and be myself, where I can really cut the losses that wanted me to feel really boxed in by just like my simple aspirations and awareness for life. So I'm just, you know, I couldn't be happier with the way that things have turned out. And these joints are going to be so rewarding as soon as church ends. So I'm like preparing myself for a really proper August 4th. Every day of August, every day since the new moon has been insane. sold us 5 joints for date night, which is great. Now we can finish the rest. So let's see, the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God, High Priestess. I love it. The High Priestess being like physically royalty as well. It's cool. It's like really cool. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah. I'm really, yeah. It's like, I'm really grateful for life at this time. And if I could just know how much like I'm here to shift and how much my perspective is here to shift for so many people. Because I'm really helping facilitate like the homecoming for a lot of people with my own story. Thank you so. You're an angel. But yeah, facilitating my own homecoming is going to be such a, what time is it?
5:50.
Oh, wow.
What time?
6:30. So yeah, just really grateful to be someone who facilitates their own homecoming, their own experience. Who's made it here so that so many people can come back home to themselves in the future, in a way that really matters to them. So yeah, this is just me checking in along the path of just being really happy. I just feel really happy. So crazy. You watched us take like crazy leaps of faith. We didn't even know where we were going. We like, this is like the crazy idiot's path. Like we didn't even know this was gonna be okay.
But it's up to be here.
It's really nuts.
It's crazy. Yeah, we read.
It's just really nuts, y'all.
So we really get to bloom where we're planted.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit, baby.
Oh, shit. Oh. Here's the tower.
Journal.
The destination is the journey.
Yeah, that's all. I don't really have anything to say. At this point, these messages aren't even going to be profound. They're just going to be like, for me. Because I'm like, wow. But yeah, what an amazing journey it has been. Yeah, I'm just so happy to be doing like true news, you know, archiving true moments of history that will matter, and taking a very simple, non-egoic, non-performative formula that says like, my own history matters to me and my ancestors. So that's why I'm doing what I do, and I feel like I've been blessed ever since. And I hope, yeah, just thank you for following along on this really crazy origin story journey. Thank you for believing in your higher power that was bringing you to the studio when it did. Shout out a fucking proper brick cup of Folgers. We've been really like re-tapping back into why it was always Folgers in these biggest cups. So, yeah. Anywho, that's all. Just happy. I'm gonna keep, I mean, you know, I keep you guys as live as I can with what goes down, but I just feel like we're setting up for proper surprise. What? Is this the sex of the song? Insane. Oh gosh. I just feel like we're gonna end on like the sex outside frequency is only, just wait till the newest alpha balloon. We're facilitating. Okay, peace.